I have a question.
Yeah.
How do I change my name back to my actual name? Because this is a different name from my other.
Oh,
My.
let me see.
Do I have to exit the call to do it?
So, okay, let me see. What's your name? I'll just enter it here.
Rockwell Garrett.
Okay, I have it here. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
So, okay, today what we're gonna start is last time what we did. Second. Okay. So today what we're gonna see, last time what we did is multiplication of fractions. So basically if you were given two fractions, something divided by something, like a divided by b, I'm taking an example, a divided by b, and I multiplied by c divided by d. When you are multiplying fractions, what you did is you directly multiplied. So multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. So you multiply the top ones, a times c divided by b times d. And if you were given something like a by b times d, you were just given something like this. In this case, what did you do is you took the denominator, you assumed, if nothing, the denominator is not given, you assume the denominator as 1. Denominator is the bottom one. And then you directly multiply. That's what we did in multiplication. So you would need this multiplication part to today go with division. Division of fractions. So suppose you're given a by b, you're given this fraction and you have to divide this fraction by, you can call it c divided by d. I need to divide this fraction. How do I do that? What you're going to do is the first one, the first fraction you will keep as it is. So it will be a by b. This division will change into multiplication. And what you're going to do, the second fraction, you're going to flip it. It becomes d divided by c. So your numerator becomes the denominator, denominator becomes the numerator. And which is equal to, and you know how to do the multiplication, just multiply. Multiply the numerator part divided by multiply the denominator part. Let's do an example. So you are given 1 by 2 divided by 3 over 5. You're given this example. Division, how will you do the division part? First fraction keep as it is. So 1 by 2 I'm going to keep it as it is. Division will change into multiplication. And then you flip the second one.
Fraction.
It becomes 5 over 3. You interchange the place. Only for the second one. First one will remain as it is. Which is equal to what? Multiply the top ones. It becomes 1 times 5 over 2 times 3. Which is 5 over 6. I want everyone to do this example. 3 over 4 divided by 5 over 7. Try this. Is Savannah here? Savannah. Sivag. Sivag is not here. Trevor. Trevor. Mary?
Here.
Okay, Mary. Can you give me the answer for this one? Okay, can you tell me the next step?
Maybe 3, I guess. I don't know.
How do you do this? I just explained you how to do it, Mary.
I guess use the 3.
3
3
divided by?
Divided by the 4.
Okay. Division will change into multiplication.
Times it. Times 7 over 5,
yes,
I guess.
Perfect. Yes, you got it. Yeah, you're doing it correct. Yeah.
Oh.
What does it become then?
Okay, then equals 7 times.
7 times what?
Would it be 3.7 or no 7.3
over
4 0.5.
4 times 5, so which becomes 21 over 20.
Okay. Then equals.
You multiply 7 times 3. It's multiplication. This is not point. This is multiplication. Okay. 7 times 3 is equal to 21 and 4 times 5 is equal to 20.
Okay.
Okay. You got it, Mary. Good.
Still learning.
No, you did good. Okay. Anyone has any doubt with division?
3 over 4.
Okay. One more kind of question is, suppose if you get something like 3 over 4 divided by 6 over 7. Sometimes it will be written like this. How do you solve problem like this? There are too many division signs. For this case, what you're gonna do is separate it. So it's this and then a big division divided by this thing, right? So first we're gonna write it in this way. If we can write it in this way, then we know how to solve it. So first is on the top is 3 by 4. First this. So write the 3 by 4 like this first. Then this big division sign will become division and then 6 over 7. So if something like this is given to you, you change it into this form. Then you change into multiplication. So first one remains as it is. Division changes into multiplication, flip and then multiply. Any doubt with division? Okay, everyone got division. Okay. Next we're gonna go to addition and subtraction of fractions. Addition and subtraction of fractions. So you are given some a divided by d. You're given some a divided by b fraction. I say add another fraction b divided by d. You're given two fractions, a divided by d and b divided by d. You have to add them. How you're gonna add them is, note in this case my denominator, my bottom one, this also has d, this also has d. When your both bottom is the same, your both denominators are the same, what you're gonna do is keep the denominator as it is. You will not touch your denominator. If your denominator is the same, you will not touch the denominator and keep the denominator as it is. But what you're gonna do is, you're gonna add the numerators. Example, I'll give you an example of this thing. Example is, suppose you're given, they say add 4 by 8 by 5 over 8. Note my denominator is the same. Here my bottom is also 8, here my bottom is also 8. So my answer will also have the bottom 8. But what you're going to do is you're going to add the top one. So which is 4 plus 5, which is 9 over 8. That's your answer. I want everyone to do 2 over 5 plus 4 over 5. Do this right now.
Would you want us to leave it as 9 over 8, or do you want us to keep going and simplify it?
No, just leave as it is, 9 over 8. Benjamin?
Hello,
Yeah.
Aldrin.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I cannot see you. Your video is not on, Benjamin.
Okay. I don't know why it's not on.
Okay, so can you see me, right? You can see
Yes.
me, right? Okay. Can you tell me how to solve this? So what's going to be my denominator here?
The 5.
Okay. And in the numerator, what I'm going to do?
Just add the 2 and the 4.
Okay, which is equal to
6.
6 over 5. Perfect, Benjamin.
These are probably. Yeah.
Similarly is with subtraction. So we right now did addition. Similarly is with subtraction. So if you have a over d, some fraction, minus, you have to subtract now b over d. Note my denominators are the same. Since my denominator is the same, my denominator will remain as it is. And you subtract the top ones. So if there is addition, you add them. If there is subtraction, you subtract them. Suppose if I take the same example, but with the subtraction sign in the middle. Since my bottom is the same, my bottom will remain as it is 8. And I'm just going to subtract the top ones, which is 4 minus 5, which is negative 1 over 8. That's the answer. Any doubt with addition and subtraction of fractions when the bases are the same? I mean, denominators are the same. Okay, everyone got that? Okay. Next, what we are going to do is when our denominator is not the same. When denominator is not the same. When denominator is not the same. Steps to add and subtract fractions. When our denominator are not the same. So suppose you have a over d, okay, plus b over c. Note my bottom is not the same. How do you do that? So there are steps. There are 3 steps to do it. First step says find the prime factorization of each denominator. So first step would be to find prime factorization of each denominator. The second step is choose one factorization. And third step it says is multiply that factorization by any factors of the other denominator that it lacks. Right now you don't understand, but I'll explain it. I'll explain the steps. Okay, let's take an example. I'm going to take an example. So you are given 7 over 8 plus 5 over 12. In case of addition and subtraction of fractions, first you have to deal with is the denominators. Okay, first thing you have to deal with is the denominators. It says find the prime factorization of each denominator. So let's see, let's find the prime factorization. What's the denominator? You have 2 denominators here. Denominator means the bottom numbers. You have two of them, 8 and 12. So write them 8 and 12 here. Okay. Let's do the prime factorization of 8. How do? You have to make that tree. Okay. Can I divide 8 by 2?
Yes.
So it becomes 2 times 4.
4.
Is 2 my prime number?
Yes.
Yes, because 2 you can divide only with 1 and itself. You cannot divide with any other number 2. So 2 is prime. We did this last time. Is 4 my prime?
No.
4 is not prime because you can divide 4 by 2 also. So 4 is not prime. So you have to further divide 4. Can I divide 4 by 2? Yes. And I know 2 are prime. So I got my prime factorization for 8, which is 2 times 2 times 2. Let's find for 12. I can divide 12 by 2. Let's see, 2 times 6. I know 2 is prime, so I'm going to circle. 6 is not prime because I can divide 6 by 2 also. I can divide 6 by 3 also. So I'm going to further divide it. I can divide 6 by 2 again. So 2 times 3. And I know both of them are prime. So I'm going to write it like this. So this is your first step. Find the prime factorization for each denominator. You did. Next thing what you have to do is you have to choose a common factorization. Common. So what you're going to do is circle what is common between them. This is common, right? They both have 2. They both have 2 again. So write 1, 2 is common. 1, 2 is common. 1, 2 from this is coming. 1, 2 from this thing is coming. And whatever is left over, write that also. 1, 2 and 1, 3 is left. So that's your second step. Common 1 factorization. Which is equal to what? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 8. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Any doubt in these two steps? This is step 1. This is step 2. Any doubt in these two steps? I can repeat. These two are very important steps. Anyone has any doubt? Okay. Once you got this, what you're going to do is, okay, in 8, out of all these numbers which you found the common ones, in 8, 1, in here, what is missing? What is missing in that one? 3, right? You have 2, 2, 2, but you don't have 3. So multiply 3 here also, multiply 3 here also. So you multiply the fraction which has denominator 8. You multiply the top also with 3 and bottom also with 3. And this is 12.
Sorry. Why are we doing the times 3 again?
Okay, so what we are going to do is we are trying to make the common base. These are the steps here.
Yeah.
Okay, did you understand the first 2 steps? Did you understand?
Yeah, I got the
two?
first 2 steps.
Okay, next 3 says multiply that factorization by any factors of the other denominator that is it lacks. So what does this one? This one lacks what does it lack out of all this? Out of the common thing, out of this you have to check.
So
You have to compare these two. What does it lack? 3, right?
Yeah.
So 8, 1 does not have 3. So I'm going to multiply 8 with 3, 7 with 3.
Alright.
Okay. Similarly with 12. Let's see with 12. Can you tell me, Jordan, with 12, what are you going to multiply? Compare these two. What is it missing?
You can multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 2
Yes.
to get 24, so it's equal denominator.
You'll see why we are doing it. I'll show you why we are doing it.
It's actually, I was going to give a suggestion. I mean, all those steps are like great, but like, I guess if you completely don't understand this and this is brand new, like I just remember a little bit of this, it's a little easier to just be like, okay, what do I multiply so then they have the same denominator? What I'm doing to the bottom, you do to the top. Instead of like the factors, which are great, but like, I don't know, sometimes it makes me confused. I don't know if everyone feels the same, but...
I mean, I get your point. See, if you know it, that's good. The way you are saying it, I understand, that's okay. But the thing is, this is for people who don't know this thing and they're just starting this thing. So I feel like this is the way.
Yeah, no, it's good to know the factors.
Yeah. But if you know that way, you can do it. If you can figure out directly how to do it, you can do it directly. Okay. Yeah. So, Jordan, did you get this? How I did this? Why I'm multiplying it with 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So, You got this thing here 24. Okay, so now solve this. Now this thing, we are done with step 3. Now just solve this. What does it become? 7 times 3 is 21 over 8 times 3 is 24 plus 5 times 2 is 10 over 24. Now you see why we did that? To make our bases same. Because we only know how to add is only when our bases are exactly the same. So it becomes, so if the bases are same, my base remains as it is and you just add the top ones. So it becomes 31 over 24. Now anyone who did not get any step in this and wants me to explain.
Could you just do like another problem?
Yes, I'll do another problem. Okay. So you have another problem as 9 over 8 plus 5 over, 4 over 5. 4 over 5. You got this thing. This is 4. Okay. So these are my steps here. I'm gonna keep here steps so that you know. Okay. Step 1 says consider each denominator. My denominator is 8 and denominator is 5. What's the prime factorization of 8? Okay, Julian, can you tell me the prime factorization of 8?
4 and 2.
No, prime factorization. 4 is not a prime.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2.
2 times
4.
So how do you make it? Prime factorization is 2 times 4. Okay, and then this is prime. Is 4 my prime?
No.
So further divide it, which is
2 and 2.
2 and 2. So this is my 8 will be written as 2 times 2 times 2. 3 times because 1, 2, 3. What about 5?
You can't divide 5.
You cannot divide. So I write 5 as 5 itself. Is there anything common between both of them?
No.
There is nothing common between both of them. So I will write, my common one will be, I'll write everything. 3 2s are coming from 8 and 1 is coming from 5. So that's my common, which is equal to 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 5 is 40. If there is common, then you will take out 1 only. Like in this case, there was 1, this common, right? So I took out 1, 2. Here it was common. I took out 1, 2. And then I wrote whatever is left over, 2 and 3. But in this case, there is nothing common. So I'll write it just as it is. 3 2s are coming from 8 and 1 5 is coming from 5. Okay. Now you compare this thing, the 8 ones. Okay, let's see. Compare this one and the common one. What is it missing?
I'm not sure.
See here. On the top here is 1, 2, 3 2s, right? And this one, the common one, has 3 2s and 1 5. What's missing?
A 5.
A 5. So what I'm going to do is multiply this 5, multiply this thing with 5. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about this 5? Let's compare these two. What is missing?
2.
There are 3 2s, not 1 2.
So 3 2s. Mm-hmm.
So which is equal to 8, right? 8 is missing. So I'm going to multiply here with 8 and this thing with 8. See, I'm checking for 5. So that's my, when I'm checking for 5, there was just 5, right? What was missing is 3 2s. So I'm going to multiply with 8. Now we solve this. Now let's solve this. What does it become? 9 times 5 is 45. First
45.
Divided by?
8 times 5.
Which is 40. Plus 8 times 4 is 32 over 40, which is becomes 77 over 4. You get this thing. Did you get it, Julian?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone who did not understand this?
I had a quick question on just like something we did in the addition subtraction one. Are these, I wrote it out because it's gonna like be a little hard to explain, but are those at the top the same?
Yes.
Like the -1
Yes.
above the line? Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just curious.
If you write it like this, you know, or you write it like this, or you write it like this, they
Yeah.
all are the
I-
same.
Okay. I was
Yeah. You can write the minus at the bottom also. You can write the minus in the middle also, or minus on the top also. They're still the same. Okay. Okay. Now I want everyone to do this question. It's the same way we do addition, the same way we do subtraction. I want everyone to do this problem. 7 over 10 minus 1 over 5. Do it right now. The same way we have been doing addition. Make common base and then do it. Dylan?
Professor, I just want to say I've been trying to get my stupid video to work and it just won't work. So I don't really know like what to do about it.
It's okay, just stay there. When I call your name, make sure you're there, okay?
Okay, yeah, of course.
No problem. Yep. Is Dylan here? No. Myling?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, Dylan.
Wait, did you say Ben or no? Sorry.
No, I did not say right now.
Dylan's here.
Yep. Dylan, okay. Can you help me solve this?
Yes.
Okay. So let's
when
say
it-
two denominators are 10 and 5, right?
Why don't you just leave the 7 over 10, how it is,
Yeah.
and then just multiply by 1 over 5 by 2.
Yep, that's correct.
So
I'll multiply both top or bottom or just the top?
both, top and
Both.
bottom.
Okay. What does it become?
It comes negative 2 over 10.
Okay.
Well, and then it would be 5 over 10.
Perfect. And you don't have to simplify. I mean, I haven't taught you, but you can simplify because factors of 5 is 5 and prime factorization of 10 is what? 5 and 2. So you can cancel 5. If nothing is left at the top, 1 is left. So it's 1 over 2. Any doubt with this example? Okay, next thing we're gonna do is, next topic we're going to is convert fraction to decimal. Okay. How do you do this thing is, so you will be given a fraction like 7 divided by 11. You have to divide this. How do you do it is, whatever is in on the top, put it inside. Whatever is here, write it here. For people who don't know 11's table, I would suggest you to write it on the side. 11 times 1 is 11, 11 times 2 is 22, 3 is 33, 4, 44, 55. I want you to write the 11's table here if you don't know. If you don't know how to do it. Okay, let's see. 7. Do you see any number? First, let's see just this 7. Do you see any number which is equal to 7 or less than 7 here? There is nothing there. So put a 0 on the top. Okay. And you see, oh, there is no number here. So put decimal here also. And put decimal here also. If there is no number after that. Then what you're going to do is put a 0. Put a 0. Now you have a number as 70. Forget about this decimal here. You have a number as 70. Is there any number which is equal to 70 or less than 70? You have to say the highest number. You will say, oh, all of these are less than 70. But you have to take the highest number, which is 66. At what position it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So write here 6, the position of that number, and write 66 here. And then subtract them. When you subtract, this becomes 6, 10, 10, it is 4. There is no further number here. So add a 0 it's again. You don't have to write a decimal here again because you already put a decimal. Okay, so get this 0 down. 40. Is there any number which is less than 40 and the highest number which is less than 40? So the highest number which is less than 40 is 33. It's at which position? 1, 2, 3. So write 3 on the top And which number it is? 33, right here. Subtract, you get 7. Okay. Note we started with 7 and we are getting 7 here. So if I again do the step 0, I get 0 again here. It's again 6. It becomes like 66 and again I get 4. I'm still getting the same. I'm still getting, first I got 7, then I got 4, again I'm getting 7, again I'm getting 4. So that means this thing is repeating. When it's repeating, put a line. So your answer is 0.63 line. This 63 on the top line means that this decimal is being repeating. 63 is being repeating each and every time. The more I continue, it will be 63, 63, 63, 63. It will keep on going. It will never end. Any doubt how to convert fractions to decimals? Everyone got how to convert fractions to decimal? You have to show me this work in the first test. You just cannot give the answers because you can use calculator too to do that, all these problems, but I want you to show me the work. You will be graded based on the work, not just your answers. I don't even care about the answers. Answers you can check up using the calculator also. So make sure you understand this, how to do this.
Could you do another problem, please?
Yes, I'll do another problem. So like if I have an example as, okay, negative 1 divided by 6.
Miss K,
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Just in the case of that, like if it wasn't repeating,
So then you just
when
leave
would
up,
you want us to stop?
leave
Like,
up to
just
3 decimals. 3 decimals, that's it.
3 decimals? Okay, thank you.
If it does not continue, just 3 decimals and then you end there. Just try up to 3 decimals. Always.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's do one more problem, negative 1 over 6. You're like, oh, there's a negative number. Negative, forget about the negative sign. We don't care about the negative sign. Leave negative as it is. Let's solve this thing. Whatever is on the top, put it inside. And whatever is at the bottom, write it here. So we are going to divide 1 by 6. So numerator goes inside, denominator comes outside. Okay. 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 30, 6 6s are 36. Write it here. 6 6 6 are 30, 6 7s are 42, 6 7s are 48. So write it all of them. Okay. Let's see. 1. Is there any number which is less than 1 here? No. So put a 0. Put a 0 on the top. Okay. And next thing you are saying is, okay, we don't have any other number, so put here decimal. If you don't have number, put decimal because you are adding number yourself, and the only number you can add is 0. So I add 0, 10. Is there any number which is less than 10 and highest number? Less than 10 is only 6. Which position is this? 1, because 6 times 1. So write 1 here and write 6 here, and then subtract. What do you get? 4. There is no further number, so add one more 0, get that 0 down. 40. Okay, which number here? It's like, is, so let's see, less than 40. It's this 36. What position is this 36? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Subtract, you get 4. Again you get 0 down. Again 30 is the 40. Again 6. You get 36. 4. Note I'm again and again getting 4. But note in this case only my 6 is repeating, not 1. So I'm just gonna put my line on 6, not on 1. That's your answer. Because my 6 is repeating, not the 1. Any doubt? I want everyone to do this problem. 5 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2.
I have a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do we do anything with the negative sign,
Oh
or we
yes,
just leave it?
yes. Oh, wait. Everyone here. I forgot about that negative sign. Since there was a negative sign here, you have to put a negative sign in front of the answer also. So this is your final answer. Yep. Thank you. I need to check in. Okay, so let's see who's gonna give me the answer. Daniela. Is Daniela here?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me the answer for this one?
It's 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. Anyone who did not get the answer 2.5? Okay, everyone got it. Okay, let's see. Okay, next thing what we're gonna do is rules for addition of real numbers. So whenever you are adding real numbers, what's the rule of adding real numbers? First, if you are adding positive numbers, add as usual and your answer will be positive. So if they're positive numbers, add as usual and the answer will be positive. Okay, example I take is 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7. Both are positive numbers. 5 and 7. Just add them, which is equal to 12. Next thing they say is, okay, negative numbers. It says add absolute values, answer will be negative. So example in this case, if I say minus 5 minus 7, you have to add these two. Note both are negative numbers. What does they mean by absolute value? Absolute value means, you know, forget about the sign. You're just adding the numbers. Forget about the sign. Absolute means just forget what sign it has in front and just add them the way it is. So you know what is 5 plus 7, which is 12. They say if both are negative, just add them, forget about the sign. Note, both are negative. Then forget about the sign and just add them. And the answer will be negative, so put a negative in front. Okay. Third they say is a positive and a negative number. A positive and a negative number. It says subtract the smaller number with the, so you can say from the greater number. greater number. Okay. Then
Yes. Hello?
hello.
Hello, yeah.
Okay. Then A. Okay. If the positive number has greater value, then answer is positive. If the negative number has greater value, then answer is negative. And third part it says if answer has same value, if numbers has same value, the answer is 0. Okay, let's do this exam. I'm gonna explain this thing. I just wrote whatever I wrote. I'm gonna explain this. How you're gonna do it is, let's see. So you're given this thing. What they're saying, let's take examples. I'm gonna give you examples. So examples. It says here, let's take example minus 12 plus minus 7. Let's take this example first. My both numbers, there is one number 12 and 7. Both of them are minus in front. When both are negative, what do? Both are negative, just add them. Forget about the negative sign then. Just add them. What is 12 plus 7? Which is 19. And then put a minus sign in front. When both have negative sign, forget about the negative sign, just add them the way it is. 12 plus 7, which is 19, and then put a minus sign in front. Next example I'm going to take is negative 1.4 plus 8.5. So now in this case, one number 1.4 has a negative sign in front, but 1 is a positive sign. So that means I'm going to use this third one now. What it says is, when you do this, subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. So bigger number is what? 8.5. Smaller number is 1.4. Subtract them. From the bigger number, you subtract the smaller number. What do you get? 7. You get 7.1. But then you have to see the conditions. Okay. Which is a bigger number? 1.4 is bigger or 8.5? 8.5. And what's the sign in front of 8.5? Positive. So the answer will be positive. That's how you check. Let's do one more example. So you have negative 36 plus 21. So in this case, 1 is negative, 1 is positive. Okay. Again, when it's 1 is negative, 1 is positive. From the bigger number, subtract the smaller number. Bigger number is 36. Small number is 21. Subtract. You get 15. So write 15. Now is 36 bigger or 21? 36. And there's a negative sign in front of 36. So put negative 15. Any doubt in this thing? Addition of real numbers. Anyone has any doubt with addition of real numbers? Everyone got it? I want everyone to do this example. What is 2.3 plus negative 9.1? I want everyone to do this problem right now. Brian?
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah. So you subtract 2.3 from 9.1, which gives you 6.8. The 9.1 is the larger number, which is a negative, so it's negative 6.8.
Perfect. Anyone has any doubt with this thing? Or wants me to do more examples or need help? Just let me know. Anyone needs help with this thing? Okay. Next we're gonna do is this big problem now. So example, I'm gonna take one more example. So basically in exams you're gonna get problems like this. So you have this thing plus 7 plus 14 plus minus 5 plus minus 12. Brian is here. Jose?
Yes.
Okay.
Which one do you want me to do?
This one, this problem, this big problem written. Can you help me solve it? Let's combine.
Oh, I couldn't see it. Sorry.
Oh, you cannot see it?
I couldn't. My screen was too small, but I can see it now.
Okay. So let's combine 2 and 2. Let's combine first these two. What is 12 plus minus 2?
That would be 17.
It would be
17?
7.
Is that 12 or 15?
It's 15. It's 15.
Well, if it's 15 plus a negative 2, it would be 13, right?
Yes, it's 13. Positive 13 or negative 13?
Positive.
Okay. So since we combine these two, we write it as 13 and we write everything else as it is. Let's combine these two. What is 13 plus 7?
13 plus 7 is 20.
Okay, 20. And then write everything else as it is. Then let's combine these two. What do you get?
34.
34 plus negative 5 plus negative 12. Okay, let's combine these two.
That's a 5 and a 12, right?
Yes,
Both of them
yes.
are negative?
Yep, with a negative, yes.
Negative 17?
What is 34 plus minus 5?
That one's going to be 29.
Okay, 29, and then you have plus negative 12. So what do you get? Oh, it's plus? Oh, you said plus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you get here?
That one would be 17.
17. Perfect. Thanks, Jose. Anyone who did not understand? So you take first two, solve, they keep on doing and you'll get to one answer.
Question for you. For the purposes of an exam or to show our work for an example like this, do you want us to do it this way, or do you want us to use like the commutator property to combine all the negative numbers and combine all the positive numbers and then get the same result?
You can do that also, but you have to show the work. I mean, you just cannot give me after this thing, you cannot just say it's 17. Okay, yeah. Anyone has any other doubt? Okay. I want everyone to do this problem. Minus 3 plus 10 plus negative 11 plus negative 1 plus 4. Do this. Diana?
Yeah.
Diana?
Yeah.
Wait, I cannot see you. Just a second. It's not showing. Okay, where it is. Can you help me like solve this?
For the first one, it's gonna be 7.
Okay, plus minus 11 plus minus 1 plus 4, then
And then that's gonna be negative 4.
negative 4 plus negative 1 plus 4.
then -5 plus 4.
Which is equal to -1. Perfect. Any doubt with this thing? Next topic we are going to is combine like terms. Combine like terms. So in this case, you have something like, suppose you have -7x plus 9x. Both terms have x, right? So you can combine them. You combine them is, both terms have x, so my answer will also have x. And similarly, you do the normal with the numbers. What is -7 plus 9? 2. So your answer is 2x. Let's do one more example. So you have 2a plus -3b plus -5a plus 9b. You have to combine the like terms. So like terms are ones which have the same variable. So this has a, this has a. Let's combine them. You can only combine the terms with the same variable. This has a, this has a. You can only combine these two. You cannot combine these two. Because this has a, this has b. You cannot combine them. You can only combine with the same variables. This has a, this has a. You can combine them. So what is 2a minus 5a? Both have a, so the answer will also have a. And what is 2 plus minus 5? One is positive, one is negative. So from the higher one, you subtract the smaller one, you get 3. And in front of the higher one, there's a negative sign, so you get negative 3a. Let's see the b part now. So b1 is this one and this one. Both have b, so my answer is gonna have b also. What's gonna be? What is -3 plus 9? One is positive, one is negative. From the higher one, you subtract the smaller one, you get 6. And what's the sign in front of higher one? Positive, so you get positive answer. Let's do one more example. Let's do one more example. So you have 6 plus y plus -3 by 5y plus 2. You have this thing. Combine the like terms. This it has no variable with it. This has no variable with it. So you can combine. Which becomes 6 plus 2, which is 8. Plus. Now this term has y and this term has y. Both terms are y. So you will get a y. For sure. But you will say, what's the number in front of this? You don't have any number in front of this. So what I'm going to add in this number? If there is no number, there is actually 1 there. Remember this. If there is no number in front of the variable, there is actually 1 there. If you want to write it in a note. Y is equal to 1 times y. You can write this. So if there is no number there, there is actually 1 there. So now you combine this 1 plus -3 by 5. How do you do it? 1 is positive, 1 is negative. From the higher one, subtract the smaller one. You get 2.5. But bigger number was 3.5. And what's the sign in front of 3.5? Negative. So you will get negative. So your answer becomes 8 negative 2.5. Any doubt?
Can you go over that again?
Okay. The second part, did you get the 8 one?
So I have a question. The 2.5 looks the same as, is that 3.5? Because it looks like the dot's a little high. It looks like multiplication.
No, it is dot. It's decimal. 2.5.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I think that's what was confusing me. It looked like it was multiplication too.
No, it's not multiplication. It's just 2.5. Do you want me to explain this or did you get it? 2.5.
Nope, I got it.
Got it. Anyone has any doubt with this example? Okay, if you got this, I want you to do this thing. Minus 9x plus 5 plus 13x plus negative 11. Do this. Yes, if you have any doubt what I write, please ask me. My handwriting is not that good. I specified you can ask me anytime what I've written. Can I have Gerardo? Gerardo. He's not here. Rockwell.
Negative 4x minus 6, or yeah, negative 4x minus 6.
Negative 4x?
Yeah, negative 4x minus 6.
Are you sure it's negative 4x?
Oh, okay. No, never mind. It's 4x because there's two negatives.
Yes. Any doubt with this example? Okay.
No.
Next thing we are gonna go
Yeah.
is
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Is it 4x minus 6 or 4x plus negative 6?
4x. What are you saying? What will be the answer? 4x?
Yeah, 4x plus negative 6 or 4x minus 6?
Oh, it could be both. It's the same thing.
Oh, well, okay, all right.
I'm gonna explain that part right now. It's the same thing.
All right.
Okay. So what next thing we are gonna do is the opposite of an opposite. Opposite of an opposite. What does it mean is, so you have something like negative of negative. If you get something like this, the opposite of an opposite, it is equal to actually the number itself, just a positive one. And if you have something like this, positive of a negative, so if negative of a negative becomes positive, but if a positive of a negative, it is equal to negative a. Negative of a positive, it is equal to negative a. So basically how to remember this thing is, if the signs are the same, minus minus, positive positive, your answer will be positive. If the signs are different, one outside it's positive, inside it's negative, outside it's negative, inside it's positive, it becomes negative. That's how you got it here. Someone asked me here. So technically one is positive, one is negative, it will be negative only because the signs are opposite, it will be negative. So let's do an example on this. So they say subtract each of the following. Okay, so you have 4 minus 9. Okay, Dylan, Glenn.
Yes.
Okay, can you help me with this? What does it become?
4 plus 9 would be 13.
4 plus 9. Since two negatives, it becomes positive 9. It becomes 13. Perfect. Julian, Robert.
Yes.
Okay. Can you do me the next example, which is minus 4.2 negative of negative 3.6?
Would you just add them?
So let's do step by step. Since I want to open the bracket first, what does it become? Negative 4.2.
Oh, that's a decimal. I can barely see that.
Yeah, it's decimal. It's decimals. Which is equal. What does it become? Negative 4.2. What does this become?
Positive 3.6.
Yeah, positive sign and then 3.6. Okay, which is equal to?
Negative 1.6.
Negative 0.6. Any doubt with this one? Anyone who did not get it? I want everyone to try this one. Negative 1.8 negative of negative 7.5. Richie?
Yes.
Okay. Can you do this part for me? So it becomes negative 1.8. What does this become? Negative of negative 7.5. Richie, what is negative of negative 7.5?
43? Is it 43?
No. I'm just asking this part. What is negative of negative 7.5?
7.5?
Positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay. So what do we get? What is negative 1.8 plus 7.5? So from the higher number, you subtract the smaller number. You get 5.7. It will be positive 5.7 or negative 5.7?
Negative. Or positive.
Why positive?
Because there's more positives than negatives.
Yeah, because 7.5 is a bigger number and there's a positive sign in front of it. So positive. Any doubt? Okay, let's do one more problem. Okay, everyone please try these problems yourself first. Okay, so problem is 8, negative, negative 4, negative 2, negative, negative 5 plus 3. She's here. Lauren. Is Lauren here? No. Okay. Brett. Brett is not here. Maxwell. Oh, Brett is here. Okay, Brett. Can you tell me how you do it? So what is this? Let's do 2 by 2. Okay, let's do little by little. Okay, let's just open the bracket first. 8. What does this become? Brett? You are at mute. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah. What does it become? Oh, I cannot hear you, Brett. Maybe you can. Okay. Okay, Brett. Baby Brett, I'll ask you the next question. Maxwell? Is Maxwell here? Enrique? Is not here. Jesus? Okay. Can you tell me? So what is negative of negative 4?
8 plus 4.
Okay. And then negative 2. What is negative of negative 5?
Plus 5.
Okay. Plus 3. What is 8 plus 4?
12.
12 minus 2 plus 5 plus 3. Okay. What is this thing?
10. Oh,
Yeah.
12 minus 2 is 10.
10,
and then
yes.
plus 5 is 15. And then plus 3 is 18.
Perfect. You got it. Any doubt with this? Okay. Next thing what we're gonna do is multiplication of real numbers. Multiplication of real numbers. So it says whenever you, so A part, it says whenever you multiply a positive and a negative number, answer will always be negative. If you have one positive and one negative, your answer will always be negative. And if whenever you multiply two numbers with same sign. So either both are positive, or both negative. Same sign, both are either positive or both are negative. Answer will always be positive. Example, let's take an example. It says you have to multiply 8 times, this is times, okay, multiplication times -5. So you are multiplying now. See, 8 is positive and 5 is negative. They're opposite signs. So my answer will definitely be a negative number. And you just multiply, forget about the signs and multiply. What is 8 times 5? 40. So that's your answer, -40. Let's do one more example. So you have -1/3 times 5/7. So you have two fractions. One is positive and one is negative. Again, one is positive and one is negative. So your answer will definitely be negative. And how do you multiply fractions? Just multiply straight. So you get 1 times 1.5/3 times 7, which is -5/21. Okay, let's see one more example. It says -6 -8. You have to multiply them. Okay, both are negative, both have the same sign. So my answer will be positive. Don't think, oh, they both are negative, so my answer will be negative. No, that's in case of addition and subtraction. But in this case, I'm talking about multiplication. You're multiplying them. When you're multiplying and both have the same sign, your answer will always be positive. And forget about the sign and multiply. 8 times 6 is 48. Let's do one more example here. So you get -3, -2, -5. Like three numbers. How do we do it? Let's say 2 by 2 first. First two numbers. -3, -2. Both are negative. So my answer is going to be positive. Positive what? 3 times 2 is 6. Then 6 multiplied by -5 now. One is positive, one is negative. So my answer is going to be negative. Different signs, negative answer. Then multiply. 6 times 5 is 30. Anyone has any doubt with this one? I want you to do these three problems. First you're gonna do is -3 times 10. Second problem you're gonna do is -13 times 0 times 19. Third you're gonna do is -1/2 times 1/3. And D you're gonna do is -1, -10 and -5. Do it right now. These 4 problems you're doing right now. Fernando,
Yeah.
can you help me with this one? What is -3, this thing?
It would be 30, -30.
Why negative?
Because there's a -3 and the signs aren't the same.
Okay, yes, perfect. Philip? Philip here? No, absent. Niza?
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, Niza, okay. Can you tell me how to do the second part?
B?
Yeah, B part.
0.
Why is it 0?
Multiply -13 times 0.
Is 0.
And then, yeah, the 0, and then
19 is 0.
times 19 is 0.
Do I put positive or negative sign in front of 0?
I'm not sure.
No, 0 does not have any sign in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Niza is here. Joshua?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me this one? How do you do it?
So
the answer is gonna be positive,
Okay.
and 1/2 times 1/3 would be like 1/6, right?
Yes, perfect.
Uh,
Yeah. Jeffrey? Is Jeffrey here? Reese? Reese?
Grammar
Yep, okay. Can you tell me?
for D.
Yeah,
Okay,
just,
so it's gonna be 10, positive 10,
okay, positive 10.
and then you're gonna multiply that by -5,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be -50.
Perfect. Good. Any doubt with these problems? Anyone? Similarly is with division. So similarly the same rule for multiplication actually applies to division also. You can write division also. So if you're dividing two numbers which are positive, your answer will be positive. Two numbers which are negative, answer will be again positive because same. But if they're opposite sign, your answer is gonna be negative. Example. So multiplication rule does apply to division also. So you can say here, multiplication rule applies to division. Okay. How do you do it is, suppose you are given 14 divided by -7. One is positive, one is negative. So my answer is gonna be negative because they're opposite signs. And what is 14 divided by 7? Let's do it. 7 2 is 14. Oh, I know already. 7 times 2 is 14. So my answer is -2. Let's do one more problem, B. So you have -32 divided by -4. My top is also negative, my bottom is also negative. Both are negative, my answer is always going to be positive. What is 32 divided by 4? 8. So my answer is positive 8. Let's do the C part. It says -10 divided by 2. So one is positive and one is negative. So this one is positive, this one is positive, this one is negative. Opposite sign. My answer will always be negative. What is 10 divided by 2? 5. Now D, this thing is important part. Note important here. So if you want to mark this and write as a note somewhere, it's important here. So if I have -17 divided by 0, note in this case, whenever you have fractions, so whenever you have fractions, denominator cannot be 0. Otherwise, the fraction is undefined. Since your denominator here is 0, so my fraction is basically, your answer is undefined in this case. No positive, no negative, nothing. Your answer directly becomes undefined. I want everyone to do these problems. A, -100 divided by 25. B, you're gonna do is 6 divided by -3. 0. I want these 4 parts. Do these 4 parts. Yasmin?
Yes.
For the first part, can you tell me, will my answer be positive or negative?
-4.
-4. Perfect. Okay. Maria?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me for this one, Maria? My answer will be positive or negative?
It's positive 2.
Positive 2. Perfect. Josue?
Tell me. For C, 4
No,
over
not
0,
you,
it's
not you.
undefined, right?
Josue Hernandez.
Oh.
Josue Hernandez. He's not here? Okay. Anthony? Anthony? He's not here. Chenton? Chenton?
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay,
Can
it's
you hear
okay,
me?
yeah. Can you explain, tell me this one
Okay.
answer?
We're doing C, right?
Yeah, C.
Okay, C is undefined because the denominator is 0.
Perfect. What about the D one?
0?
Yes. So if the 0 is in the numerator, your answer directly becomes 0. But if your 0 is in the denominator, it's undefined. Whenever 0 is in the denominator, no matter what my numerator is, it's always undefined. But if my 0 is in the numerator, it becomes 0. And 0 does not have any sign in front of it. Any doubt?
Cool.
Anyone with this one? Okay. Another thing I want to tell is whether I write like this or whether I write like my negative is in the middle and like this, or whether I write like this, they all three mean the same. They all three mean the same. So you can actually move this negative on the top and write it this way to avoid the confusion. So in some problems, if you see like this, if I say 1 by 4 plus 1 by this thing, don't get confused. Oh, negative is at the bottom. What I'm supposed to do? Don't get confused. It's basically 1 by 4 plus negative 1 over 4. And positive negative is actually negative. So it becomes 0. So make sure you remember that part. Okay. So now the next thing we are going to move to is rules for order of operation. Rules for order of operation. What do you do is first rule is always simplify if possible. Simplify if possible within the innermost grouping symbol. So it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. So first you're going to solve these.
I'm sorry, what does that say after possible?
Within.
Whether, oh, okay.
Within. The innermost grouping symbol. Okay. Second thing it says simplify. So first you're going to simplify the brackets. First you simplify the innermost brackets. What does it mean is simplify the innermost bracket. Innermost. Then go a little bit outside if there are so many brackets. But first you start with the innermost bracket. That's what it means. Then simplify exponential functions. How do you what are these exponential functions? Exponential functions look like this, something 2 by 3 or x square, 5 up to the power of 10. They have some power on the top. So you're going to solve those exponential functions. Next thing they say is perform all multiplication and division from left to right. Then after that exponential, you'll do multiplication and division. And for the last one, perform all addition and subtraction from left to right.
What does number 3 say?
Number 3 say perform all multiplication division from left to right. Okay, let's see next one. Okay, let's see examples on this. I have to do examples. Okay. Suppose you have okay. So you have question like this: 8 divided by 4 plus 3, 9 plus 2, 3 minus 5 cube this thing. You have to solve. Sorry, I'm gonna show. Sorry. Let's not show. We have to solve this equation. So what the first step says is solve the innermost bracket. So innermost grouping symbol. Solve the innermost. What the innermost? So do you see two brackets? One this bracket, whole bracket, and one this bracket. The innermost is this one. So let's solve this thing first. What is 3 minus 5? 3 minus 5 is -2.
-2.
Yep. We did this thing. Next thing we're going to try to solve is this bracket. This bracket we're going to solve because we have to solve the brackets first. So we're going to solve this bracket. Okay. So for solving this bracket, okay, let's see. Let's see the bracket now. We have this thing to solve. Okay. First we're going to solve the exponentials. What is -2 to the power of 3? Note this -2 to the power of 3 basically means you are multiplying -2 3 times. It tells you
-9? -9?
No, -2 3 times. When you multiply, what do you get? What is -2 times -2 times -2?
-8.
Oh.
Yeah,
8.
-8. Yes. So it becomes 9 plus 2 and this becomes -8. And outside remains as it is. Now let's solve. Next thing it says we solve the exponential. It says we have to check for multiplication and division. Is there anything multiplying and dividing here in this step? Yes, these two are multiplying. It becomes what? 9. 1 is positive, 1 is negative. Multiplication becomes negative. And 8 times 2 is 16. You got this thing. Now let's solve this. Again, there is no multiplication exponential, no multiplication division. We can do addition subtraction from left to right. Note, we are just solving the bracket first. So it becomes this thing. And this becomes, what is 9 minus 16? 8. Now you are done. Now let's see. We're done with the first step. Open the brackets. We opened. Okay, we opened. Now let's see.
Wait, this bit, I thought it was -7.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, -7. Yep, you're correct. It's got to be -7. Yes, I'm sorry. That's -7. You got this answer. Now after this, we are done with the first step, the bracket one. Do you see any exponentials now here in this? There is no exponentials. So let's see multiplication and division from left to right. We'll go from this side to this side. Start from this side and we'll go away. First see division here. This 8 divided by 4. True. Then there is addition and then there is multiplication. First we're going to do always multiplication and division first. So let's multiply these two. What do you get? -21. And then there is just subtraction. Then just do that. -19. Anyone has any doubt with this problem?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
When can you go from a bracket to just parentheses?
Bracket to, first you want to do this thing and then this thing?
No, so what I'm trying to say is you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, the 4 steps down, you get from bracket 9 minus 16 to parentheses -7.
You know why? The reason why we write it like this and I'm not writing like this? The reason is basically usually you use this bracket. Okay, most of the time you use this bracket. But the reason why we're using two brackets is because we use this bracket already, so then they're using this bracket to just make it different. But
Gotcha.
I'm done with this step here, right? I'm done. This bracket is done, so I can use this bracket from now on.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Any other doubt, anyone? Can you do this problem? 10 plus 5, 12 divided by 2 minus 8 square.
Are we just following like the order of operations?
Yes. Yes, order of operations. So first you're going to solve the innermost, then solve the bracket, then exponentials, multiplication, division, and then addition, subtraction. Jennifer? Is Jennifer here? No. Kenya? She's not there. Carlos?
Yes.
Okay, can you help me with this problem, Carlos?
So first you gotta is that a subtraction sign?
Yes.
2 minus 8.
Which is?
Negative 6.
Okay, I got this. Then what else?
And then you do the negative 6.
Then you're going to solve this bracket, right? You still have a bracket.
It's 36, right?
What is 12 divided by negative 6?
Or 2.
Yeah, so 2 are positive or negative?
It's a positive.
No, negative. 1 is positive number, 1 is negative, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when you divide, it's a negative.
Okay, negative 2 then.
What's the next step?
That one, negative 2. It's 4, right?
Yes, 4. Perfect. Next thing, what you're going to do?
You're gonna multiply 5 times 4.
Yeah, which is?
20.
Okay, so your final answer is?
30.
Perfect. Okay.
Excuse me. So you know we did negative 2 times negative 2?
Yeah.
They come up to a positive 4?
No. Negative 2 times negative 2 is just 4.
It's a positive 4?
Yes,
Or...
it's a positive 4, yes.
Okay, so what about the negative 2, the other problem we just did?
That
with
was
the 3
cube.
negatives?
That was cube. See, there was 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm multiplying with negative 2 again. That's why it became negative 8.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Any other doubt, anyone? Okay. So basically, now this thing is these kind of problems are the ones you're gonna get. So suppose you get something like 5x minus 9 plus 2, 4x plus 5. You get this thing. So how do you do this thing is, let's solve. First solve the brackets. 4x plus 5. There's nothing to solve here. I cannot add them. One has a variable x, one does not have a variable x. I cannot combine them. I can only combine the like terms, so I cannot add them. So what's the next step? Multiplication. And I know exponential, and I don't see any exponential. Then I see multiplication and division from left to right. Here is nothing, multiplication. Okay, this is here. 2 outside this, there is a multiplication. 2 is being multiplied with this whole thing. And we did this. This thing is distribution law. So you have to open. Once it's like this, you have to multiply this 2 with each and every term inside. So this thing remains as it is. Multiply this 2 with each and every term. I multiply this 2 with 4x also. And I multiplied with this 2 with 5 also. Now again, from left to right, multiplication. Let's see, multiply. This is not multiply, this is multiplication. It becomes what? 2 times 4x becomes 8x. And then plus 2 times 5 is 10. Note, you cannot add, unlike terms, you can add only if they both have x, but you can still multiply. You can still multiply. Addition you can only do here if both have x. You cannot add them if one has x and one does not have x. But multiplication, yes, I can do it. That's why I got 8x. And here it became 10. Now I have to do addition and subtraction from left to right. Let's do addition first. Okay, there is an x term, there is an x term. 5x plus 8x, which becomes 13x. And then constants, minus 9, positive 10, which becomes positive. Any doubt with this example? If you're done, I want you to try this thing, and then if anyone has any doubt, can tell me. I'll help. Okay. Try this problem. At sw.ccd.edu. Anyone has any doubt? Okay. Can I have Eric?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me how to do this, Eric?
Yes. So you're gonna start by doing the same distributing.
Yeah, okay. What do you get by distributing?
2x plus 15x minus 35 minus 20.
Okay.
And then you're gonna go ahead and just combine like terms.
Okay.
So it'll be 17x minus 35 minus 20. And then go ahead and just minus 35 plus 20, that comes out to negative 15. So 17x minus 15 pretty much.
No, they're two negatives. So when there are two negatives, you're actually adding them. The
We're
sign
actually
of the
adding
negative.
them. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's 55.
Yeah,
Plus
perfect.
55.
You got it, yeah. And let's do one more example. I want to do is 3x minus 4x plus 2. Okay, we have this thing. So again, we have to open the bracket first because we cannot simplify the bracket. But how do we open? Okay, you are like, oh, how can we open? I told you there is a negative sign. So basically there is a negative 1. If there is no number, there is negative 1. So if there is just a negative in front of it, or how you can remember is if there is just a negative. So you had question like this. If there is just a negative in front of it, what you do is change the sign of each and every term inside. Change the sign of each and every term inside. That's another way of remembering it. If there is just a negative. Okay, so 4x positive, it will become negative. 2 is positive, it will become negative. If it's negative, it will become positive. But since both are positive, they both become negative. And then you combine like terms. 3x minus 4x minus 1x and then minus 2. Any doubt? You were in exam, you're gonna get problems like these. These are the kind of problems you're actually gonna get. And I want to see the steps. Any doubt with this?
I have a question.
Yep.
On the exams or like the homework and stuff, do you expect us to put negative 1x or negative x? Or will
Negative
it matter?
x. Negative x.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I don't care, but I guess the software will expect you to write negative x, not negative 1x.
Got it. Okay.
Any other doubt, anyone? Okay, with this we are done with chapter 1. So now I'm going to start chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2, what it says is Solutions. Let's talk about solutions first. So the question will say, determine whether 7 is a solution of x plus 6 is equal to 13. You'll get question like this. You have to figure out whether 7 is a solution of this thing. So you have to check. What you do is, when you're checking something is a solution of some equation, what you do? Put that 7 in place of the variable x. Put that 7 in place of the variable and see whether your left hand side and right hand side are same or no. Let's put here 7. So if I put 7 in place of the variable x, I get 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. What is 7 plus 6? 13 is equal to 13. See, my left hand side and right hand side is coming exactly the same. After solving, they both are exactly the same. That means yes, it is a solution. If they are not coming the same, then it's not the solution. So basically you just put in here and check. Let's do one more example. I'm going to do one more example. So you have example one more is, so you have to determine whether -1 is a solution of 7x minus 2 is equal to 4x plus 5. You have to check. So wherever you see x, put there -1. So you get 7 times -1 minus 2 is equal to 4 times -1 plus 5. Solve. Note, whenever you solve, again, remember the way we did. First solve multiplication from left to right. What do you get? -7, -2. This becomes -4 plus 5. This is -9. This is 1. Note, my left hand side and right hand side are not the same. In this case, they are different. So, -1 is not a solution. I want everyone to do this now. Determine whether -1 is a solution of 5 plus 2n is equal to 4 minus n. Do this problem. Christina? Christina?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you tell me how to do this?
Yeah, so you'll substitute -1 into n.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 plus a -2 equals 3.
So you get 5 plus you say 5 plus -2, okay, which you're getting as
3.
Okay, what about this side?
And then 4 minus a -1 equals 4 plus 1, which equals 5.
No, it's 2 to -1, right? So it becomes 4 plus 1, which is
5.
Is this the solution or
So
no?
it's not a solution, no.
Yeah, perfect. -1 is not a solution. Okay, any doubt with this thing now? Next thing what we are gonna do is solve equations. So this thing is also very important topic. Solve equations. Solve equations. So you will be given x plus 5 is equal to -7. What you need to do is, they want you to find the value of x. When they want you to find the value of x, basically what they are meaning is they want you to keep x on one side and everything else on the other side. Okay. So how do you do it is, okay, I need x. And see, my x is already like separate. What's extra is positive 5. 5 is adding to it. What's opposite of addition? Subtraction. Just do the opposite. If you want to isolate x, see what that thing is doing with x and do the opposite of it. So I want x only, and this 5 is adding to x. What I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. Note, you have to do it from both sides. What happens? Here you get left, because these two cancel. Positive 5, negative 5, they become 0. Is equal to, what is negative 7, negative 5? Negative 12. So that's your answer. I want everyone to do this problem. X plus 3 is equal to negative 10. Martin?
Yes.
Can you help me with this?
Yes. Subtract 3 from both sides.
Subtract 3 from both sides. So you get x is equal to
X equals minus 13.
minus
Negative 13.
negative 13. Perfect. You want me to open the cameras for? Okay. Just a second. Right here. One exclamation. Okay, perfect. And let's do another problem for multiplication. So suppose you have another example as 5 over 4x is equal to 10. I cannot see here. Yeah, I'm doing this problem. 5 over 4x is equal to 10. You have to do this thing. Okay, I just want the value of x. I just want the value of x. I don't want anything else. What is 5 doing with x?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is that 5 over 4 or y?
It's 5 over 4. Yeah, 5 over 4 times x is equal to 10. So what is 5 doing with x is, it is multiplying.
Dividing.
So it's multiplying, right? 5 is being multiplied to x and 4 is divided to x. So you do the opposite. Opposite of addition is subtraction. Opposite of multiplication is division. So you do the opposite. Let's do one by one. Let's do verse 4. Let's do the division part. 4 is dividing x, right? So let's multiply 4 both sides. Let's multiply 4 both sides. Because we're doing the opposite. If it's, you see what it is doing with your x. Since you need x, see what it's doing with the x. It's dividing. So you multiply. 4 gets cancelled here. So you are left with 5x here, and here it becomes 10 times 4 is 40. Now what is 5 doing with x? Multiplying. You do the opposite of multiplication. Divide both sides with 5. This 5 gets cancelled. You are left with x is equal to 8. I want everyone to do this problem. 1 over 5x is equal to negative 3. Do this. Nikhil, what happened? It's not accepting password or what?
Yes, I'm accepting the password.
Arkur, you wrote, right?
Yeah.
San Diego S in capital.
Mm-hmm.
Diego 1 exclamation. And it's not taking attendance. Nikhil, you don't have to do what they are saying. You just have to take the attendance.
Okay, I put in.
Yeah, that's it, done. You don't have to do anything. Hello? Yes. Haley?
Hi, yeah.
Yep. Can you help me with this?
Yeah. So you would cancel out the 5 by multiplying, or it would just cancel out because 5 divided by 5 is 1, and then
So,
you
no,
would
no, 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 no.
fi-
Wait,
or
wait,
multiply the
You-
5 by the 3 and get
Wait.
15.
You had questioned this one, right?
Yeah, correct.
What do I cancel 5 with? First I need to do something. Multiply. What is 5 this doing with x? What is 5 doing with x?
It's multiply. Multiply.
It's dividing,
So
right?
so you divide it. Oh, okay.
It is a division sign, so it's dividing.
So you would cancel out the 5 with the 5?
Yes, you multiply first 5 both sides. And then 5 and 5 gets cancelled. So you're left 1x is equal to negative 15.
Is that a negative 3?
Yes, negative.
So it would
3.
be negative 15?
Yes, so you get 1x is basically x only. So x is equal to negative 15. Did you get my point or no?
Yes, I got negative 15 as well.
Note guys, if it's written like this, don't get confused what this is. It's basically, remember I told you just a number, it's basically x over 1. When you multiply, it's x over 5. So wait, what is 5 doing with x is basically it's dividing. So you multiply with 5 both sides. Okay. Any doubt, anyone? Okay, let's see what else is next. Okay, next thing is, let's see problem. Negative 4x is equal to 9. Jordan?
Yeah.
Which Jordan?
There's 2.
Oh, there's 2 Jordan. Okay, Jordan, Bernie.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Yeah, so can you tell me?
Yeah, so what you're going to do is, since it's multiplying here, you're going to divide negative 5.
Negative 4. So what do you get?
So you get x equals 9 over negative 4, but then you're not able to have the negative 4 on the bottom, so what you do is you switch it.
No, it's okay if it's there at the bottom. I told you can move the negative sign on the top. It becomes x is equal to negative 9 over 4. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your answer. That's it. You can leave your answer here also. You can have negative at the bottom. It does not matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I learned that somewhere else once, but yeah.
Okay.
Good to know, thank you.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do negative. So you have negative x is equal to 5. Okay, can I have Sabrina?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me how to do this? Negative x is equal to 5.
Would you put 1 as a, would you divide by 1?
Yes. 1 or what is extra? I just want x.
So negative?
Negative 1.
Okay, so negative 1 on both sides.
So what do you get? X is equal to?
Negative 5 over 1.
Negative 5 over 1, which is?
Negative
5. That's it.
Oh,
Note,
okay.
Note if you have like this and there is no number next to 1, there is actually 1. And then this negative 1 is multiplying. So I divide with negative 1 both sides. And division, both same sign, becomes positive. So you're left with just x. 1 divided by 1 is 1. And here 5 divided by negative 1 is negative 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Any doubt, anyone with these problems?
Jake T. Austin is known for his work as Master Russo on Wizards of Waverly Place. He starred alongside Selena Gomez on the show.
Next thing is we're going to apply whatever we learned so far. We're going to apply that principle, both of those principles. Example, so this thing is the main kind of problems you're going to get. 3x is equal to 17. You get something like this. You have to solve. I just need x value. I just need x. I just need this. What's extra? It's this 3 and it's this 5. It's this 3 and it's this 5. So whenever you're doing problems like this, I would first, check what's, first I would check what's adding or subtracting from x. Next thing I'm gonna see what is dividing first and then multiplying with x. That's what I'm gonna check, and then I'm gonna deal with them turn by turn. Okay, let's see what's adding. Is there anything which is adding to x? On this side only, I don't care what's on the other side, this side. Yes, 5 is being added to x. So I'm going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. I subtract 5 both sides. You get 3x is equal to 17 minus 5 is 12. Next thing I see, anything is multiplying or dividing with x. Yes, 3 is being multiplied. So I'll do the opposite. I'll divide by 3 both sides. You get x is equal to 4. Any doubt? I want everyone to try this problem. 2x minus 5 is equal to 7. This is 5. Mailing. Joshua.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you help me with this, Joshua?
The 2x plus or minus 5 equals 7. I would add 5 to cancel out it on the left side.
What do you get then?
2x equals 13 or 12.
Okay.
And then divide both sides by 2.
Okay.
And then you get x equals 6.
Perfect. Perfect, Joshua.
Yep.
Okay. Any doubt with this problem? Let's do one more example. I want to do is 4 over 3x minus 7 is equal to 1. Can I have Dominic? Dominic Q. Dominic Q. Okay. Caesar.
Caesar.
Okay. Can you help me, Caesar, with this?
Yes. So I'm gonna add the 7 to 1. That'll give me 8. So now I got 4 over 3x. And then I'm just gonna divide out the 4 over 3.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do x equals 8 over 1 divided by 4 over 3, which is the same as 8 over 1 times 3 over 4. And that gets me 8 times 3, 8, 16, 24 over 4, which is 6. So x equals 6.
Perfect. Anyone has any doubt with this one?
I don't have any doubt. I was just wondering, since it's 4 over 3, can we also do like times 3 on each side?
Yes. First you do times 3 both sides, and then you do divide by 4 next step.
Okay.
Yeah. You can do that. Both are correct. Okay. Next thing is, so you have to solve problem like something like this. So you have 2 minus 5x plus 5 is equal to 3x minus 2 minus 1. They say solve this. This is 5. They are like solve this and find the value of x. To solve the value of x, first you have to open the brackets. Open the brackets, solve within the brackets. Remember, first step was solve within the brackets. I cannot solve. One is x term, one is constant. One is x, one is constant. I cannot solve. Next thing what you're going to do is multiply or division from left to right. This thing I cannot. From here I can multiply. Open the distribution. What do you get? Minus 5 times x is minus 5. Minus 5 times positive 5 is negative 25. Then open here. This also you can open. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, negative 1. combine the like terms on each side. This x does not have any other terms, so 5x remains negative, 5x remains as it is. But you can combine the constants. 2 negative 25, it becomes negative 23. Similarly here, 3x does not have anything, so 3x remains as it is, and combine here, it becomes negative 7. Any doubt so far in any of these steps? It's basically using distribution law. I opened the bracket, then I'm combining the like terms. Like terms are x1s, I'm combining the x1s together, the constants together, and this is what I got. Now you will say, I need x, there are two x's. What are we supposed to do? Take the x terms on one side, constants on the other side. That's what you take x terms on one side, constants on the other side. So you decide which side you want to take. I am deciding to take x this side. What is 3x doing here? Subtracting to adding to 7, right? If there is no sign, that means it's adding to 7. So I'm going to subtract this 3x from both sides, because I want to take this x on the other side. Here it's adding, so I'm subtracting to take it on the other side. So it becomes negative 8x negative 23 is equal to negative 7. Now we know how to do this. First addition, subtraction. This is subtracting to x. Now I have to add on both sides. So you get negative 8x is equal to 5. Oh. 16. 16. And then you just need x. Negative 8 is multiplying, so you divide by negative 8. So you get x is equal to negative 2. That's your answer. Let me show. Anyone has any doubt with this one? Can you please do this problem for me? It's 2x minus 3 minus x is equal to 7x minus 1. Catalina?
I'm here.
Okay, can you help me with this?
2x minus 3x. Okay. Hold on, I'm just writing it down. I think you would, on the left side, you would just multiply out, what do you call it?
The minus sign.
Distributive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what does it become?
It would be 2x minus, no wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, minus 3 plus x.
Yes. You basically change the sign of each and every term inside. 3 was positive, it became negative. X was negative, it became positive.
Okay. And then you go to the other side, and it's, I think you could just leave it. 7 minus 1. And then you combine like terms. So it would be 3x minus 3 equals 7x minus 1. From there, you could just choose to subtract from either side to put the x on one side. So I'm just going to add 1. And then it would be 3x minus 2 equals 7x. And then you subtract 3x. 4x. Then you divide by 4. X equals negative 2 over 4. You could probably simplify it.
After simplifying, what does it become?
Negative 1/2.
Yeah, perfect. You got it. Any doubt with any step, anyone? Okay, everyone got this. Okay, next thing what we're gonna
when
do.
When we're doing an example like this on the homework or on a test on the computer, does it make a difference if we put x equals negative 1 over 2 or x equals negative 0.5?
It will tell you how they want it. In the homework, if they give you numerator and denominator option, so that means you have to write it like this. If they just
Okay.
give you this box,
Because I was saying in this example, we didn't start with a fraction or with
Yeah.
a decimal, so I just didn't know it. Since we ended up with a fraction or decimal, how it matters.
they will leave the answer like, they will write it like this for you if the answer is in a
Okay.
fraction.
Got it.
Yeah, perfect. Any other doubt, anyone? Okay. So now what we are going to do is very important, because this thing you'll be needing in further course. So there's something, 3 types of equations. Types of equations. Types of equation. Identity. Okay. The next one is contradiction, and next thing is conditional equation. So identical will be no matter what number I take, my equation is always true. Example, let's take an example. I have x plus 5 is equal to x plus 3 plus 2. I have this thing. So I'm saying I have an equation x plus 5 is equal to x plus 3 plus 2. I have this equation. No matter what value of x I take, I can take any value of x. I can take 1, I can take 2. Let's take 1. For 1, let's take 1. Let's see what happens. I get 1 plus 5 is equal to 1 plus 3 plus 2. It becomes 6 is equal to 6. It's true. Let's check for 2. 2 plus 5 is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 2. You get 7. You get 7. It's true. You can try as many number as you want. This equation will always hold true. This is identical. Identity. This type of equation is identity. No matter what value you choose, your still answer will be correct. It does not depend what value I'm choosing. Contradict is no matter what value I choose, I am always wrong. Suppose like n is equal to n plus 1. No matter what I choose, my answer will always be wrong. Example, if I choose 1, it will become 1 is equal to 1 plus 1. 1 is equal to 2. Wrong. I choose 2. 2 is equal to 2 plus 1. 2 is equal to 3. Wrong. No matter what I choose, I will always be wrong in contradiction. It will always contradict the statement. It can never be equal. They can never be equal. So it's contradiction. So there is no answer to this. There is no answer. This is how you write no answer. There is no answer to this. Conditional equation. Conditional equation says for this thing, for these kind of equations, only limited number of solutions. For these kind of equations, there are only limited number of solutions for conditional equations. As in 2x plus 5 is equal to 70. You have this equation. It's not like you can choose any x value and that will be equal to 70. No, you can try. If you put 1, you will get 7 is equal to 70. No. If you put 2, you will get 4 plus 5, which is 9 is equal to 17. It does not work. It's only conditional. How do you check it's conditional? Is solve for x. Solve for x. So you will get the solution of that thing. First 5 is adding, I subtract, you get is equal to 12, divide by 2, x is equal to 6. Only for x is equal to 6. Only for x is equal to 6, this equation is true. If I put 6 here, then it's true. Otherwise, it's not true. Any doubt with these 3? So in identical, no matter what x value I take, it's always correct. Contradiction, it's never true no matter what the value is. For conditional, you solve it and try to find a solution. Let's do examples on this.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For the identity one, so hypothetically speaking, if that was x times 5,
Mm-hmm.
the only way it wouldn't work would be if it was a 0. So does that count? Does the 0 count as one of those numbers, or
Like
does
you're
it not?
saying,
It still fall under.
Can you say what are you thinking the example as?
So like x times 5 equals. Okay, never mind. Answered my own question.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see problems, how you'll get problems on this. So you're going to get problems on this also. So make sure you understand this concept. How do you do it? So you're given equation like this. First of all, okay, let's solve. Open the bracket, distribute, you get 7x plus 7 negative 5x. Combine the like terms, 7x 5x, you get 2x plus 7. How do you figure it out? I have easy way of figuring out whether it's identical, conditional, or contradictional. How can you figure it out is if your left hand side and right hand side are exactly the same. See, in this case, this side is 2 plus 7. This is also 2x plus 7. When they're exactly the same, identical. You don't have to solve. You can just directly say identical. Okay, next example, if I take another example is, this is easier way. Rather than trying each and every number and showing, you can solve like this. And if your left hand side and right hand side are exactly the same, that means it's identical. Next example, if you're given like this, they say solve this. So first you have to solve left hand side and right hand side. Let's see. So you get 3x minus 6. Now how do we find the x values? We take x on one side, everything else on the other side. We subtract minus 3x minus 3x. I'm taking x on the other side. Here 3 was adding, so I subtract. Cancel, cancel. I'm left with minus 5 is equal to minus 6. Is this even true? No, this is not true. This is not true. That means it's contradictional. No matter what I take, it's never going to be correct. When you try to solve, you were trying to find x and your x got cancelled. That means there is no solution to this. Okay, next one, let's see one more example. See, you have 3 minus 8x is equal to 5 minus 7x. You have this thing. Let's try to combine like terms. Here 8 is subtracting, I add 8x. So you get 3 is equal to 5 plus x. 5 is adding, I subtract, x is equal to 8. In this case, I am only getting one answer. I'm only getting one answer. So it is basically conditional. Any doubt with any of these three? Identical, contradictional, and conditional.
Wait, is that that's a 3 minus 5, right?
3x minus 5.
It says 3 minus 5. That's
Yeah.
negative 2.
Yeah. But
3 minus 5 is negative 2.
No, it's C, the one below.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is 5. This is 5. This is 3.
3 minus 5.
Yeah, 3. Oh, it's 3. Oh,
negative
that's
2.
correct. It's negative 2. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thanks for correcting this. Any doubt with these problems? Okay, next we are gonna do is, let's see. Okay, next thing is convert to percent. Basically, remember, convert to percent, or next thing we're going to do is convert to decimal. So first we're going to do is we'll be given something and we have to convert in percentage. And the next thing you'll be given percentage, you have to convert in decimal. When you're converting to percentage, basically multiply with 100. Or you can say move to decimal to right. And for convert to decimal, divide by 100, move 2 decimals to left and add percentage sign. So example, suppose you're given 1.27. I say convert this into percentage.
How'd you know?
One second, sorry.
So how do you convert this into percentage is either multiply with 100. So I multiply with 100. I get 127%. Add a percentage sign. Sorry, you have to add this. Sorry, can you erase this? You have to add, it should be here. Add percentage sign. You just multiply by 100 that number, you will get the answer, and you add the percentage sign. Another example will be 1 by 4. They say convert into percentage. Multiply by 100 and solve. When you solve, you will get 100 over 4, which is 0.25. Percentage. You have to add the percentage because you're converting into percent. 0.3. They say convert into percent. Multiply by 100. You'll get 0. You'll get 3 point. Yeah, 30%. Because you move 2 decimals that side. If you don't understand this concept, the other way of understanding is, another way of doing is moving the decimal. So you had 1.27, right? You have to convert into percentage. Move 2 decimals to the right. 1, 2. So it reached here. So it becomes 127 point. If there is no number, 0 percentage. Similarly, 1 by 4 you had to convert. You are like, I don't know. First you convert, you get 0.25. Okay. This one you can do is by multiplying by 100 because you cannot do it. So this becomes 0.25%. So 0.3 if you had. Move 2 decimals. You're like this, I moved. But there's nothing here. Add 0. Move here. Add 0. You moved here. So your decimal moved here. So it becomes 30%. Any doubt with how to convert to percentage?
I just want to make sure that, so when you're converting to percent,
yes,
would you move to the left while the converting to decimals move to the right?
Converting to decimals, you move towards the left.
Okay.
And
well, I was looking at it and it looked like it's going to the right, but maybe it's just because it's a different direction. I don't know.
It should go, see your right. See your right. It should go towards your right. Decimals will move towards your right.
Okay.
See, here it was 1.27, right? Mm-hmm. It became 127. This is my right hand. See, it's going to move this side.
I think it just says, like on the paper though, it says to right for convert to percent, and then to decimal it says to left.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure.
Yes. Yeah. For converting to percentage, you move towards the right. For decimals, you move towards the left. Any doubt with this one? Convert to percentage. Okay. Let's do examples for converting to, okay. So suppose they say convert 78% into decimal. Again, how do you move is move 2 decimals towards the left. So there is no decimal right now. So I start from here. 1, 2. It became 0.78. And you remove the percentage sign. You will not add percentage sign. Or you just divide by 100. Whatever number is divided by 100, you'll still get the same answer. Another example is 1.3%. 1.3%. How do you do this? Move towards the left, 2 decimals towards the left. You had 1.3, right? 2 decimals. So 1 is here, 1 you move here, you reach here. Like there is no number, add 0. Move another one here. So you get 0.13 now. Or divided by 100. You'll still get the same amount. Divide 1 by 3 by 100, you will still get 0.13. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is set builder notations. So understand these notations. Okay, so there are different notations. We use this bracket, we use this bracket, we use this bracket, we can use this bracket or this bracket. It means this and this and then this. So basically if you have A, B, you have A, B, you have A, B, you have A, B, you have A infinity, you have negative infinity, A and negative infinity, A. 12. Okay, we got this thing. What does these mean? Different things, okay? What does these things mean and how do you graph them? Okay, you have to understand this thing. There are different kind of brackets and you need to understand what's the difference between all these brackets. When I write this thing, it means everything included between A and B, but A and B are not included. Everything between A and B are included, but A and B themselves are not included. This is known as open brackets. Open brackets. So how do you graph it is, so suppose this thing is my A, this thing is my B. I make open brackets. Everything in the middle, all these will be my answer. Everything in the middle, all the numbers in the middle, but not A and B. This AB will not be my answer because it's open. What does this AB mean? This bracket. Everything between A and B included along with A and B. So in this one, when this is known as closed bracket, so that means my A and B are also included. So when you make number line and this is your A, this is your B, make a box over there. That means your A, B both are included and everything in the middle is also included. When you have something like this, the next one, note it's open towards the A, but B it's closed. That means everything between A and B is definitely included. But my A is not included, my B is included because B is closed and A is open. So in this case, everything between A and B included, including B but not A because A is open. So when you mark here at the A, you will make an open bracket and at B you will make a closed bracket and you will highlight the middle line. That means everything in the middle is included except A but including B. Similarly is this one. Now in A it is closed, B it's open. So that means A will be included, B will be excluded. So when you make, it's the same thing, but in this case A will be included but B will be open. So that means everything is included. A and B. including a but not b. Okay, now this thing is important here, a to infinity. Note my infinity sign. Infinity and negative infinity sign will always note. You can write here, note. Infinity and negative infinity will always have open bracket. They never have closed bracket. Negative infinity and infinity always have open bracket. So how do you mark this a to infinity? So suppose this is my a. Okay, this is my number line. Infinity is this side and my negative infinity is this side, because negative numbers go this way and my positive goes this way. So a to infinity, my a is not included. Note, my a is not included. So I'm going to make an open on here and it goes all the way to infinity. Color all this to the very end. Similarly, this thing. Now my a is included in this, so make a box like this and then color all the way till infinity. Note, my infinity will always be open. You don't have to make circle or anything at the infinity. Similarly here, negative infinity. So negative infinity is this side and my a is this side. Here it's open, so it's going to be open here and color all the way till negative infinity. And similarly here, you have a, make a box and this goes up to negative infinity. Color all of them. Any doubt till this one? So if I say draw number line for t less than equal to 2. Oh sorry, if I say draw number line from 2 to negative infinity. So a number line first mark 2, this is 0, I say 2 is here, right? 2 is including, so means make a box at the 2 and it goes all the way till negative infinity. So color it till negative infinity. Oh sorry, you cannot see it.
Did you just write that out?
Yeah. I'm sorry, you didn't see it.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
2 to negative infinity, so 2 is here and goes up to a negative infinity, so it's here.
So the regular parentheses is including and the box parentheses is not including?
No, box is including, this box is including, and this thing means not including.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Any doubt with this one? The last thing I want to discuss is before leaving is because I want to finish the second chapter. We are almost done with second chapter. So next thing is in inequalities. Inequalities. So you have something like a. So inequalities are either you have sign this, or this. You have these 4 signs in inequality. Usually we had equal to signs, right? We have x is equal to 2, or we have x is equal to 4, 2x plus is equal to 4. We had equations like this. But now we are going to have inequalities. So we are going to have x greater than equal to 2 or x less than 2, something like this. When you have to solve equations like this, you have to solve equations like this. Remember, if I have equation like this, suppose, note this thing, note very important problem here. I'm going to go in this details in the next lecture, but you should know because it's in the homework. So if you have something like this, what you're going to do is you have to solve. You can add and subtract the way you were doing, no problem. You'll get 0. Then you divide, no problem. You get x less than equal to 0. There's no problem. But remember, addition, subtraction, there is no problem. But when you are multiplying, when you multiply or divide with a negative number, when you multiply or divide with a negative number, the sign of the inequality changes. Only when you multiply and so if it's this one, it will become this one. If it's this thing, it will become this thing. It changes. So suppose I have minus 3x greater than equal to 6. I have to solve for x. Here, so minus 3 is multiplying. So I divide by negative 3. But note, since I'm dividing by negative number, I have to flip the signs. My answer will be this thing. So whenever you divide or multiply with a negative number, you have to flip the signs. That's all about inequalities. Addition, subtraction, there is no problem. You can add or subtract any numbers, but when you're multiplying or dividing with a negative number, you have to flip the signs.
Question.
Yeah.
So would that not be -2?
Oh yes, it's going to be -2. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be -2. That's -3. Yeah. Anyone, any doubt with this one? I'll be doing this inequality part again on Monday, but yeah, you have this thing. So on Monday, you will have test from chapter 1 and 2, whatever we did so far. From 1 and 2, please do your homework, because most of my test is from the homework. So make sure you are doing your homework, and if you have any doubts, you can always text me or email me. I'll let you know. Okay, see you on Monday, and you'll have your exam will be on MyLab. So your test will be posted on MyLab, but you're gonna write, stepwise, like we did stepwise today. You're gonna write each and every step, scan it, and send it me through Canvas or through email. You can send me. You don't have to send to Canvas. Send me through email. You have to show me the work for your test. For homework, I don't need. For test, I need. So on Monday, you will come on MyLab. Exam will be taken on MyLab, but you will be doing your test like this.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is it timed?
Yes, it is. It will be the same duration. And don't worry, you'll have a lot of time to do it. In fact, you'll finish it early. Yeah.
How many questions is it?
I haven't made it as yet. Probably like 30.
Cool.
Anyone, any other doubt?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
No,
Cecil.
No, you can go first.
Okay. So for the test, are we just gonna be on Zoom while we take the test, or are you just gonna send out the test on Canvas and start it at start at 9:30, and then we just take the test?
Yeah, you have to come to Zoom too. You'll be on Zoom, plus you'll be doing MyLab. And I want your screen to be inclined in such a way so that I can see you doing it.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you put your phone somewhere, and then you're using your laptop, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, I need to see if there is any other way, but this is so far right now. That's what they have decided on.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other doubt, anyone?
Yes.
Yes, Sabrina.
Go right ahead. You're first. You're next on.
Okay, sorry.
Sabrina,
So my question about showing our work. Are we supposed to do our work on paper? Or?
Yes, you're supposed to do your work on paper. So make sure you do your paper neatly. Make sure you question your questions. Number your pages. This is page number 1, page number 2. And then scan it and send me.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But answers you'll be entering in MyLab. Final answers. But work you'll be showing me on paper.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other doubt, anyone? Maxwell?
Yes. It's not about the test, but it's about the textbook on the website and the bookstore. It's still not showing up, and there's a link you sent me. The second one is not. It's the same thing.
It's not showing?
No, it shows for a different course. It's a math book for a different course.
So Maxwell, can you do me a favor? You email me your contact number. I'm gonna call you and talk to you and help you out.
Sure, thank you.
Just email me, yeah. Anyone else?
Question: the test on Monday is on chapters 1, 2, and 3.
No, just 1 and 2. No, 3. I haven't done 3 as yet. So it's just 1 and 2. I know
Okay.
in the syllabus it says 3, but test is on 1 and 2 only.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any doubt? Okay. Thanks. Yeah.
Can we just send it in a picture?
You
Like
can
send you the picture through email?
You can send it, but make sure it's very clear to me. Sometimes when you
Okay.
scan it and when you're writing it, make sure you question 1, question 2, you number the questions, and it's in, in proper order. That's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Anyone else? Okay. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Take care. Have a nice week. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
So,
I
just want to make sure I have it down before the test.
Okay, division, like division of fractions.
Okay, so I understood. Well, you can't really see. Let me turn on
I see what you are talking about. Okay, you didn't understand that part. Okay, I'll explain you. I'll explain you, Kat. Anyone else? Any doubt? Chenton, you're not clear to me. Oh, she's gone. Jordan, you have doubt?
I'm sorry. No, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on so I can understand too.
Okay.
If
What
something
about Caesar? You?
I just mostly had a question if there's like any more review that we can do before the test. Is like, can we go back and do the homework assignments again, or
You can do
like...
homework assignments, or what you can do is go behind the textbook. So behind section 1.1, 1.2. So if you have the textbook, there is like problems, and they have the answers in the back of the textbook for all the odd problems. So you can always check your answers there.
Okay.
That's where you can practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Let's see, Carolina. Okay.
In the example, you gave us the one, it was 5/2, and you wanted us to divide it. I just don't understand where I start from there.
Okay, let me explain you, okay? Just a second. Let me explain you. Okay, share screen. Let me share my screen. Can you see it, Sabrina, now?
Yeah.
Oh, Catalina. So how do you do it is, so 5. So whatever is in the numerator means the top one, right? You write it inside, okay? And then the bottom one you write in outside. You got this?
Yeah.
Okay. What you're gonna do is, do you know your tables? Like 2 times 1 is what? 2 times 2 is what?
Yeah, okay. I wrote that on the side.
Yeah, so that's nice if you write it on the side till 10. So I'm gonna write it 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 6 is 12, is 14, 2 times 8 is 16, 2 times 9 is 18, 2 times 10 is 20. I wrote it for myself too here. Okay, so what we are gonna do is, first there is 5. Okay, there is 5 number here. Do you see any number which is less than 5 or equal to 5 here?
4.
4. You say 4 is also less, 2 is also less, right?
Yeah.
But you're going to take the maximum one. So which is 4. 2 times what gives me 4?
2.
So you write it on the top 2. 2 times 2 and 4 you write it here. Okay?
I wrote 4 on the top. Okay.
Whatever times what you write it here. These numbers, remember these numbers you write it here, and these numbers you write it on the top.
Okay.
Okay? So you subtract them. You got 1. Now, you're done with this 5 thing. You need to get something down here. But you're like, there is nothing here to get down. So you put 0 yourself. But note, you're putting it yourself, so you have to put a decimal point.
Okay.
On the top. Now you can get this down. Okay. Now, do you see any number which is 10 or less than 10?
10.
So where would I write 10 and where would I write 5?
You would write 5 on the top, 10, you would subtract the 10.
Yes, and you got 0. That's it, you're done, and your answer is 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Can you do me a problem? Can you do me, I want you to do 16 divided by 3. Do you need help or you got it?
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let me write first 3 table, right? 3.1, 3, 3.2, 6, then 9, 15, 16, 18, 24, 27, 30. Okay. So you are dividing 16 by 3. First, what will I write on the top?
You write 6.
See, 3.2, 3, 3.4, 3.3, 4, 6, 3.7, 3.8, times 10. Okay, you're saying 6. What is 3 times 6?
Or 5.
5?
Does the number have to be, the 16 have to be bigger or smaller?
Small. 16 have to be either the same or you need something smaller than 16.
Oh, so you would write 5 on top.
5 on top, and what will I write here?
15.
Okay, then you subtract, what do you get?
1.
Then what do I do next?
Would you add a 0?
Yes, I add a 0. When I add a 0, what do? I'm adding?
Put the decimal point.
Yes, perfect.
Then you bring the 10 down.
Okay.
And the 3 would go on top.
Okay.
And then 9 would go on the bottom.
Yes.
And then you subtract.
Yes.
And then you get 1.
Okay.
So you'd have to do it again, but then you would just, the 3 would be repeating. So would you just put the line over?
Yes, you put 5.3 and then a line.
Okay, perfect. I think I get it now.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Any other doubt, Carolina?
No.
Okay, if you have any doubt with homework also, you can always send me a question. It says on the top, ask the instructor. So you can always text me through that, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So thanks. Have a nice day. Okay, bye.
Bye.